people don't seem to like you?
I don't know. It's for people to make up their own mind.
But, I mean, it's a great article of faith in the Labour Party. The party is bigger than any individual.
You're such a nice guy, Jeremy. You're such a nice guy. And you can say to me that people don't like me.
No, but...
and look, let people make up their own mind. You know, this is...
I'm just wondering about your position.
This is an election.
Do you ever want, you know, this long marches of the night, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, you think,
I sleep through the night, Jeremy. I don't think that. Look, I've studied history, and there's not a Prime Minister or a leader of the Labour Party that hasn't had difficulties and hasn't had real problems to deal with. We have had to deal with a global financial crisis. We've had to deal with what you rightly called was an outrageous expenses crisis. We've had to deal with these things in the course of the last 2 years. And I understand people's frustrations. I understand people are wanting to make up their mind on the basis of looking at why did this global crisis happen? Why did this expenses crisis happen? That's why there's so many undecided voters at the moment. They've got a right to look at what happened and say, what can we do for the future? But I think when people come to a conclusion, they say, who's best for jobs? Who's best for the NHS? Who's best for industry? Who's serious with a plan for the future? Who's concentrating on substance? And they come to us.
I thought you were a bit rough on Gordon Brown last night about the Duffy affair. Once you got your teeth into it, you wouldn't let it go. He called you a nice guy to your face. I wonder what he called you after he got back in his car.
Right, that's going to really affect how you vote. You say, I think...
We knew he had a temper. And actually, when people found out he had a temper earlier on in the campaign, his popularity actually went up. So maybe for the TV debates, what he would have been better to do, instead of trying to answer the questions, was actually lose it, you know, slap Nick Clegg, nut David Cameron, and just go, ah!
I must say, I had the very strong feeling he might have done that when we interviewed him yesterday. After he'd said, you're a very nice guy.
Oh, God. Well, I love this idea that this is